Hi, Chodesh Tov, everyone. Wish you all a fantastic month. Which month are we in? We are in the month of the trees, a month for growing produce, growing plants in of itself. We are in the new Hebrew month of Shevat. Very interesting enough. Got some plants ready, nothing like it in Israel. Actually, there's a famous book called the Yoetz, written by a famous Bulgarian Bosnian Rabbi Eliezer Papo, who actually states in his Jewish encyclopedia, Torah encyclopedia, how important it dedicates a whole section with regards to growing trees, plants, let's just say nature in Israel in of itself, how much of a great, powerful thing it is. And very much, this is a month to do it, because we are in the month of Shevat. This actually marks the 11th month, let's just say, when you're counting from the first month to be the month of Nissan, naturally the time of Yetziat Mitzrayim, naturally from the month of Pesach in of itself. This is the 11th month, as we will say. And it states, I believe, famously in the Book of Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu, as we say in Hebrew, on the 24th day of the 11th month, the month of Shevat. This was Yirmiyahu in chapter number 1. In the general calendar, let's just say, or year of tradition, which begins with Tishrei, it will be then the 5th month. So if we start the first month, we say, is from Rosh Hashanah as opposed to Pesach, then it's now considered the 5th month instead. Very, very interesting enough. We know there's obviously 12 Hebrew months inside the Jewish calendar in themselves, from Nissan, Iyar, Sivan, Tammuz, Av, Elul, Tishrei, Cheshvan, Kislev, and then after Kislev, that was the month of Chanukah, Tevet, Shvat, Adar. Sometimes there'll be 2 Adars over there, respectively, but Be'etzes May, Shevat is definitely very much a great month. It's actually interesting. Let's just say there's a sequence of months preceding, including and following the month of Shevat. Naturally, a conglomeration of it. It comprised also of Tevet. Obviously, Shevat is this month over here, and the month of Adar. It's actually interesting. I think Tevet is always, let's just say, an incomplete month. Why Tevet is incomplete? Because it consists of 29 days as opposed to 30 days. So hence, Rosh Chodesh Shvat, let's just say, it's seen as a header or beginning, or more accurately, the lead-in is only 1 day also, and the first of Shvat, naturally there obviously there's only 1 day of Rosh Chodesh in of itself when it comes to the month of Shvat. But Shvat is a month that is always full, consisting of 30 days. Therefore, the Rosh Chodesh of Adar, which will be naturally after the month of Shvat, or its lead in, consists of days, or let's just say a head or a tail. The first of these, let's say, tails over here will be the 30th of Shvat, naturally. And then it will naturally bring about a new head of the month of Adar. Okay, well, let's find out some of the biblical history within regards to Shvat. Naturally, we know that Moshe Rabbeinu, he was very much inspired by, let's say, the prophecy from Hashem, from God, began to recite the words of Sefer Devarim to Israel. This was on, I believe, in the month of Shvat, right at the start. On the other side of Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moshe began explaining this law, saying, this, just quoting the Pasuk, the verse in Devarim number 1. He reviewed many of the laws that have been taught at Mount Sinai and at Ohel Moed, the tent of Moed, and the tent of meeting. Those places respectively happen to be the, let's say, the gathering place of the Jewish people around the Mishkan in of itself. And they learned Torah from Moshe. And Moshe was really mitchazek them, strengthen them in the Torah. That's why we probably also call it the Mishna Torah in of itself. We know naturally that Moshe is going, during this time period of the month of Shvat, he rebukes Am Yisrael. He's going to give tochacha, as they say, because they know about the rebellions, let's just say, again, they had against Hashem during naturally the 40-year period, as we learn about in Parshah Ba'alotcha and various other places also. So Moshe Rabbeinu is going to come in this month of Shvat, and mitchazek is going to strengthen the people, rebuke the people at the time. Another interesting thing about this rebuke factor in of itself, when someone's about to pass away, someone of the great stature, especially of Moshe Rabbeinu, if he's going to rebuke them now, they're going to tend to, let's just say, be Hitorah, more awakened within regards to making it tshuva in of itself. But anyway, be it as it may, Moshe Rabbeinu's speech actually took place, I believe, started in the month of Shvat and culminated in Zayin Adar, the 7th Adar. That's naturally when he passed away at the end. And then Yehoshua ben Nun will take over his place in of itself. It's actually interesting just exploring this month many of the things. I think the rabbis, actually, it's quoted over, have said that the first of Shevat is comparable to the day of the giving of the Torah. That's how important it is. Rosh Chodesh Shevat is similar to Mount Sinai. It's similar to Shavuot in a way. Just as the 6th of Sivan, on which the Torah was given to Israel, remains forever suitable for the renewed acceptance of the Torah, similarly is the heart of the Jewish person newly receptive to the Torah on the first of Shevat, because on that day they begin to receive the Book of Devarim from Hashem through through Moshe in of itself. So he did it. I think there was we know that naturally the transmission period of the Book of Devarim was 37-day interval. All the days from the 1st of Shevat until the 17th of Adar are especially well suited for renewed, let's just say, inspiration and study of Torah and doing the mitzvot in of itself. But it's a powerful month also. This is why. What else can we say within regards to Shevat? All of you will be screaming at me by the camera, because this is the month of the new year for the trees. That's how great it actually happens to be. Tu B'Shvat is featured inside this month on the 15th of Shvat, respectively, and a very, very powerful day where many people globally will actually send money to Israel, plant trees over there. Usually JNF does it, and how important is it? Recites over in Masechet Rosh Hashanah the importance of the different New Years there are. And one of the New Years that we celebrate is the New Years of the trees, the Ilanot. Naturally, we sing Tu B'Shvat ya Chagla Ilanot. Naturally, most of us would have heard that inside the school in of itself. Let's explore a few more of the interesting highlights in regards to this great month in of itself, because it's very, very powerful. It's a month flourishing. It's a month with so many significant events actually take place. Of specifically the 4th of Shvat marks the Hilula of the great Baba Sali, Rabbi Yisrael Abu Chatzar, and other great rabbis also happen to be the Hilula on this specific month. The famous Rabbi Pelagi from Turkey, one of the great rabbis from over there, also happens to be his Hilula on this specific month, I believe. They actually say that Moshe Rabbeinu spent the month of Shvat translating the entire Torah into 70, let's say, main languages that were spoken at that point in time, which is also another important added bit with regards to this important, let's just say, video in of itself. So Shvat is well known as a month of Tu B'Shvat, the New Year's for the trees, but apparently, according to the Mishnah, there's an opinion that the New Year should be celebrated on the 1st of the month, not the 15th. So it seems like there's a division on opinion. When do we celebrate the New Year of the trees? Do we do it? What time period do we do it itself? So that's also another very interesting topic over here. So we know that this month of Shvat actually first appears named us in the Book of Zechariah, and is believed to be a loan word from the ancient Akkadian related to the word lashing. The name refers to the heavy rains of the season as winter, let's just say, drew close over there. And rain in Jewish tradition is, let's say, tied with many, many different brachot, different blessings in of itself. So it's very, very powerful. So wishing you all well, friends. Happy new month. Chodesh Tov, and take care.